Well, as you may know, since I posted videos of it, and mostly me in the future, hi future me, the Artilian hoe bucket, we gave it another shot, so just wanted to do kind of an inspection of it. Well, it doesn't self-regenerate, so these guys are still that way. Little vampire teeth. It's very funny. But to kind of look over everything else and how it's all working, I wanted to look at the teeth on it and see if I injured it or that was totally fine. And it appears that for what I used it for there, either these guys would have already bent and they already are, so nothing happened, or the rest of it functioned kind of like how it already has. It's kind of an apathetic approach, I suppose, but if nothing else, it seems to have done the job exactly how I wanted it to. I wasn't really looking to like dig a tunnel to my neighbor's ranch or something, but just scraping off the 2 or 3 inches at a time over a long distance and just kind of go and scrape it off. And this thing seems to have done fine. We did lose a little paint here, obviously, but it's a bucket. I've kind of accepted the fact that the paint's not going to stay on, as you can see there. I'm not going to baby it to that extent because it is a tractor. I would say that only applies to things that I put on the front and maybe the back once I get there. I'm not going to cry tears over the land plane losing paint on the blade if such a thing is the way it works. The rest of the tractor, yeah, I give a crap. So whenever we do get a grapple, because I do think it's in our future, I just don't know how many years from now that's going to be, if it's going to be any. For that, I'm going to get the thing that goes between the bucket and the grill there. I don't remember what they called it on Artilian. It's there's a piece that covers up this really big hole right here and keeps your grill from getting messed up. Obviously that's a thing. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do about this guy. When I removed that one and put it in the hole, I was watching this side and not this side. I couldn't see that side. And when I pulled the bucket out, somehow the pin here got wrapped up in it, even though it was back here, and it yanked off the end of the retaining wire that keeps it from going anywhere. Probably not a big deal. I don't like it. I'm going to figure out how to fix it, even if it means buying a relatively expensive part that's not, functionally broken, just cosmetically. I just don't like that. I want the tractor to be nice, all except for, the stuff I put on it, because, while these things aren't cheap, they're not as expensive as that thing is, and I want to keep that thing nice. But anyway, the hoe bucket seems to have done the job. I mean, probably obvious and definitely my fault, I would guess. I'll blame it on my lack of understanding of what the tractor and the hoe bucket were meant to kind of do. Because I did see videos online of somebody digging in soil with this exact setup right here. I don't remember if it was the same tractor, and that does matter because the amount of force that I can use with a 2 series is probably greater than a 1. Either way, it seems to have done exactly what I wanted it to, and that's a pretty important victory for us, I guess. But today we're going to be working with the pallet forks. I've got a rock I'd like to kind of scratch an outline of with the pallet forks, just to see how big it is, see if it can be flipped, or see if it's gonna need to get marked up as a what would you call it, a future project where I'm gonna need to pick up a jackhammer or maybe a pickaxe and a driving wedge or something to break this thing up. It does seem to be a fairly large rock. I'm going to go look at it here in a second while on the tractor, because I've already kind of looked at it on foot a couple of times. but I'm going to try to get that one out. And then, of course, we've got a little bit of homework to overcome in one of my classes. We're going to be going over hashing functions and using that to map variables today, I guess. So lots of fun in store for me. So we got up early.